Please put your tray tables up. Make sure that your carry-on luggage is either in an overhead compartment or underneath the seat in front of you. Turn off all gadgets, including you, Kevin. Seatbelts fastened. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Pilot.
All right. Good to see you. Let's see what it's like to be human and your particular experience of it this morning. Beth has her new yoga room. Yeah. Sorry, I'm spying on people. She moved, right? Yeah. Awesome. All right. So we'll sit and just notice the general state you're in. Sometimes there's a little melancholy, or sometimes we just feel happy. We don't always know why, right? And just try to be as welcoming as possible and know that our essential nature stays the same and our different states are fluctuating. And we'll notice the sensations of the body, and then welcoming into awareness, breath. Just let it come to you for a couple moments. We feel the friendly passage of air, movement, freedom, stability. Let's just do a breath or two where we put one hand on the low belly, thumb on the navel, and then the other hand on the chest. Perhaps you're ready to initiate Ujjayi, breathing, the soft whispered feeling and sound in the throat. Which brings to the foreground the length, helps to lengthen and smooth the breath. Inhaling, chest is expanding first, then down, and then exhaling, gently drawing the abdomen in. Maybe one more breath like that. Okay, when you're finished with that, we can let that go. And our physical theme today is to explore Parshva with the sides of the body, side bending. As you inhale, let one arm be drawn wide and into length. Exhale, just a little side bend, not too far. Okay, maybe it's just the arm actually. Yeah. Inhale, come back to vertical. Exhale, lower your arm. And then the other side like that. Ujjayi, inhaling. It can be nice sometimes to even feel the area that's expanding. Exhale. Inhale, refine vertical. Exhale, arm comes down. Yeah, so there's really 4 phases to it. It's a little more tricky than it seems. Try again. Inhaling, suspension support into the sky. Exhaling, I feel my sitting bones, compression support into the earth. Inhaling, suspension support. Yes, exhaling, compression, earth. And you'll go like that one more time on the other side. Beautiful. And then when you're finished, you could bring your hands together and a breath or two here, right in the center. Okay. I'd like us to explore one more breathing thing, Anuloma Ujjayi. So here's the idea. We'll do more of this later, but get us started. It's this Mrugi Mudra. You take the index and middle fingers, bend the middle joints so they come towards the mound at the base of the thumb. And you're using the end of the ring finger and the thumb, ring finger, thumb, okay? And you bring that to the bony part of your nose and then just below into the cartilage, okay? So just hover, touch the skin, but don't press right now. So lift the back of your skull, inhaling, expand your chest, ujjayi. Now close one nostril, exhale out through one, no ujjayi sound. So inhaling through both nostrils, ujjayi feeling and sound. Close the other nostril, exhale with no ujjayi sound. Eyes are closed. Please try that a couple more times. Go a couple more repetitions, please. As you exhale through one nostril, relax that side of the body. When you finish those two, let that go. And we'll chant a little bit. One of the key yoga sutras, Sthira Sukham Asanam. Posture should be relaxed and alert at the same time, stable and easeful. So listen, repeat. Asanam, 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 asanam. Listen. Sukham asanam, sukham asanam, sukham asanam, sukham asanam. Then the first word, sthira, 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 sthira. And we put it all together. Sthira sukham asanam. A couple more times. Sthira sukham asanam. Sthira sukham asanam. So we use that as a guide for our practice. Friends, let's come to all fours and explore first a little movement, little gentle back bend and forward bend, and then a little bit of side bending. So all fours. And from the neutral length of the spine, let the inhale lift your chest, so we're favoring a lengthening of the front of the body. And as you exhale, bowing the head, hips towards heels, and the back of the body lengthens. And you continue like that now, alternating 3 or 4 times. Good. Now, coming up to all fours the next time, we'll try something new. So here's the idea. Your spine is in neutral, we could say, right? I'm not lifting my head, I'm not bowing my head. Long neck. As if the floor were mirrored, you'd see your face. Okay? Now, as you exhale, you're going to tilt your head to one side. So let's say your left ear comes towards your left shoulder, and you're going to swing your tail to that same side. So you're shortening the left side of the body. And then spring back to center, inhaling. So the head and the tail gently swing to one side, your ribs go in the opposite direction. Not twisting the head though. See your both eyes in the mirrored floor. That's it. Inhale, back to center. And try that again. So it's a tilt, not a twist. Ear towards shoulder. Feel the whole spine. That's it. Now, when you come back to center, so your wrists are under your shoulders, your hips are under your knees. Try this again. If you want to, you're going to sweep your feet to the same side that you're moving your head and your tail. So you exhale, tilt your head, tail to the same side, and both feet, like little windshield wipers, go to the same side. Inhale brings you back to center. It's not a big movement, but it's targeted. Try it again gently as your breath moves you. Good. Okay, after this or the next one, we come back to center. Inhale, slight lift of the chest. Exhale, move your pelvis towards your hips, bow your head, relax the elbows. And repeat that central movement again a couple more times, mobilizing all those beautiful joints of the spine. Okay. And then have a moment where you pause, either in the kneeling forward bend or just sitting, where we let go of the movement and just take a moment to experience the sensations, a kind of relaxing view of your experience. Okay, so if you're bent forward, take a moment to bring the head above the heart, and let's come to standing simply, and we'll continue this in standing. Let's try a little different side bend coordination here. Okay, so you start just simple standing, arms down. Now, as you inhale, you're going to let one arm go up and arc your spine. So that's all during the inhale. Exhale, come back to center and lower your arm back to where you started. Yeah, that's it. So inhale, the arm sweeps to a comfortable reach. Continue breathing in an easy side bend. Exhale, draw in the belly as you come back to center and lower your arm. Yeah, so slow the breath down a little bit. Inhale, feel the side that's expanding and breathe into it and pause a little after inhale. Yeah, and exhaling returns you. And like that, yes. Okay, when you finish this one, we'll let that go. We'll continue to open the back of the body respectfully. Am I stable? Am I comfortable? As I inhale now, let both arms be drawn wide. Feel the stature, earth and sky. Now exhale, let's sweep the arms behind the back as you bend forward, standing forward bend. Inhale into your chest, expand the arms wide, return to standing upward reaching. And exhale, let's just let the arms settle into gravity again. Okay, pretty even breath in terms of length. Try that again, please. Inhaling, widening, lengthening. Exhale, deepening the belly in, sweeping the arms gradually so the back of the hands rest on the low back or the back of the pelvis. Have you released your head? Let that relax. Inhale returns and invites length and space, and you reach and you return to standing. Exhale, settle the arms into gravity. Go again like that and stay a breath. Go ahead at your own pace. It's beautiful. Good. When you return to standing, pause a moment. Okay, very good. So let's take a wide stance. You could, if you're using your mat, face the wide side. I guess, yeah, that makes sense. And we're going to do Parshva side angle in the following way. We're going to start from a parallel wide stance. Use pivot on your right heel, turn in your left foot and hip a little bit. And then pivot on the left heel, open about 90 degrees or so, okay? Start with your legs extended. Now, we're just going to find the horizon, so don't move too quickly. As you inhale, slow reaching until your arms find the horizon. Your body knows where that is, right? Now, exhale, bend the left knee and take the forearm of your left arm and rest it on your thigh, the ledge of your thigh. Reach out. Okay, then we reverse. Keep the knee bent. Inhale, bring the spine back to vertical, arms wide. Exhale, as you lower your arms, lengthen the left leg. The breath organizing everything. Good. Inhaling, bend, extending the arms wide, not too quick. Exhale, bend the knee, side bend. Arm goes to vertical for now, so you have an upward support. Inhaling, coming back to vertical. Exhale, arms go down and your left leg lengthens. Okay, so we'll go one more time like that. Long breath, strong body, inhaling. Exhale, bend over your bent leg, other direction. Yes, that's it. Stay a breath here if you'd like. Stay, long, beautiful inhale. Feel the structure of your bones giving you stability. And inhale brings you back to a vertical spine. Open the groin of the left leg, little toe into the ground. Exhale. Release. Come back to parallel. In between now, keep your legs wide or bring them a little closer. Let's just do a couple forward bends, okay? So take your hands on, if you can find your sitting bones or just below your sitting bones, at the top of your back thighs, okay, top of the hamstrings. Inhale, shoulder blades draw to the spine, expand your chest a little. Exhale, slide your hands down the back of your legs, go into wide stance, forward bend. Request an opening in this configuration. Now reverse, inhale, lift the chest, the hands trace back up. Nice. Let's just exhale, bend forward again if you're ready. Exhale, slide, bending forward. Good, now stay there. As you inhale, float your chest away from your navel so you're lengthening the front of the body a little. Exhale, belly hollows in, release the heart and the head again. And then inhale, extend and rise all the way to standing. Exhale, stay and relax. Good. Let's do the other side, friends. So we pivot on the left heel, turn in about 15 degrees or so, turn out the right leg 75 to 90. The most important thing is when you bend your right knee in this case, that the knee joint, the center of your knee joint stands over the center of your ankle joint, right? So it doesn't knock in or bow out. So you can feel that. And one way to keep that alignment is can you feel the base of your little toes in the ground, base of your little toes, and the base of the big toes? And that will balance the arches of your feet. Okay, let's try this. Gearing down, exhale, I draw in. Slow inhale, arms taking 5, 6, 7 seconds to come. Yeah, now same thing, exhale, long ujjayi breathing. Lean into the ledge of the thigh. Turn your head up if that's comfortable. If not, look out. Feel the inhale in the chest, blossom, creating space, creating levity, open. Exhale, arms settle down into gravity as you lengthen the right leg. You know this, and you'll do this again dynamically. So even though we're not staying, we're taking a lot of time to go in and out. That creates enormous strength of body, of breath, of concentration. Yes. Super. Okay, now the third time, go into this and stay a breath. Okay, let's just leave the arm vertical. Sometimes we move the arm, but exhale, you'll side bend again. Bend the right elbow, lean the forearm into the ledge of the thigh. Now, stable, easeful. Feel the movement of breathing, the reach of the back heel. Excellent. Eventually, inhale brings you back to vertical spine, etc., to finish. When that's completed, orient your toes forward, parallel. Because we're wide, if it feels like you've been wide for too long, bring your feet a little closer. Hands on the back of your hamstrings, below the buttocks. Inhale, shoulder blades draw towards the spine. My chest widens, chin slightly down. Exhale, drawing the belly, sliding the hands down the back of the legs. Good. Then reverse that. Inhale, spine is lengthened, return to standing. And then again, exhale, bend forward, sliding. A light touch of your hands on your legs. Stay in the forward bend, but inhale, lengthen the spine a bit. So you're creating a long spine. Exhale, release. Again, the spine will round a bit. Rise again on inhale. Stay there for exhale. Okay, now your choice. Will do either stay wide or bring the feet more low, closer, or underneath. Whatever standing stance gives you the greatest stability and ease. And we'll go one more time like this into some sort of standing forward bend. Okay, so exhale when it comes. Slide the hands down the back of the legs or the sides. And when you get there, just if you want to, release your arms and hang or fold your arms. Ask your body and your breath. Say, how about 2 breaths? And you pay attention to the length and the smoothness or the quality of the incoming and outgoing ujjayi breath. A couple of breaths. Okay. And then when you've done that, let an inhale carry you back to standing. Excellent. All right. So let's um, let's try this, friends. Let's come to hands and knees. We'll do a little linking of a few asana on our way down to the floor. So we'll come to hands and knees. And actually come to child's posture then. When the breath is ready, you inhale and come to all fours, arch the back. Exhale, downward facing dog, if you're ready for that. Just suggest that. Good. Then come back down, inhale, lower the knees to the floor, sternum floats forward. Exhale, bow into child's posture. Okay, so we'll take these three familiar postures. We'll pay a little more attention to the breath pattern now, okay? So again, when you inhale, come to all fours, lift the sternum from inside. Exhale, belly flows in, downward facing dog. At the end of exhale, keep the drawing in and pause for a couple seconds. Now stay in downward dog. Inhaling, chest expands, then down the spine. Stay, exhale, drawing in the belly, back of the neck long. Pause after exhale. Then inhale, lower the knees. Chest lifts. Exhale, bowing, child's pose. So beautiful, good. So I'm going to stop narrating so you can really follow the authentic length of your breath. Ujjayi breath, stay a breath, downward dog. Pausing after exhale could be 2, 3, or 4 seconds. Okay, that's good. And then rest a moment. Take your time if you're still going with that. Now we're going to come and sit for a brief period. Do another interlude of pranayama. We're going to do the opposite of what we did before. Same but different, right? So sit for a moment and just take a moment to observe how your system has changed since the beginning check-in. Hopefully in a positive direction, but if we're on a wrong course, we can turn the GPS back on. Okay, and we'll do now Viloma Ujjayi, which is the opposite of what we did. So it's breathing in through one nostril and out through both. Okay, so we use the same mudra, the mruggi mudra, the deer mudra. Again, the pad of the thumb and the ring finger below the bone, not down to the flesh, not down here by the opening, but where there's a bend. Yeah, just touch for a moment. So we're going to close the right nostril with no ujjayi sound. Breathe in through that left nostril. Then release the nostril. Exhale, ujjayi. Then close the left. Breathe in through the right. Release, exhale through both ujjayi. Okay? So you'll continue like that, eyes closed, inhale through one, exhale through both. If you can do a couple more, check that your nose is aligned with your navel and lift the back of your head a little bit. So slightly float the back of your head up and tip the nose slightly down. Beautiful. No rush. Take your time when you finish this or the next one. Release your hand down and just take a moment, perhaps with your eyes closed, to feel the effects of this. These techniques are named after whether they go with or against the grain of the hairs that flow in your nostrils. Interesting, huh? So we lie down now and savor that a couple more beats before we explore a little bit of lengthening of the legs and the inner groins on our way towards the side-lying serpent posture. Just take a moment. I know it's exciting. Well, what? The serpent posture. Just take a moment and rest on your back. Legs could be bent or lengthened. And feel the effects of all that we've done, including the last brief pranayama. One of my teachers would say pranayama is the open secret of yoga. Asana, very powerful, very important, especially breath-centered asana. And the pranayama actually has a more, is very powerful. So begin to weave that into our practice a bit more, perhaps. So on your back, if your legs are long, would you bend your knees so the soles of your feet are on the ground? And we'll often we do one side, the other, one side, the other. Well, let's do one side first, then the other. Bring your left knee towards your chest and rest your hands in your left knee or just below the knee, right? So kind of cradle, yeah. So what we're going to try now is as you inhale, you're going to reach your left foot to the sky, open your arms onto the floor, open to the side. Left foot to the sky, open your arms wide on the floor, yeah. Exhale, gradually return. Bend the knee and cradle your leg in. Okay, so long ujjayi breath, inhaling, extending arms and leg. Pause a little after the inhale, savor that. When you exhale, slow bend and return. At the end of exhale, pause a little bit. Would you try that once or twice more? Am I stable? Am I comfortable? Lengthening the legs so that we remain easeful. Not pushing. Excellent. Okay, now try this. Go one more time. Inhale, open. Now stay there, and we're going to stay for a breath or two. Stay, exhale. Just keep breathing, ujjayi. If you want to, you could slide the right foot down along the floor or keep that foot standing. That'll open the groins a little differently. Staying for another breath or two. Legs don't have to be fully straight, either one. Just, again, what's comfortable, not what it looks like. And then wait for an exhale. You'll draw in the belly and bend both knees. Hold the knee to the chest. Okay. Ooh, a breath or two here. And then we'll try the other side. Okay. So step the left foot down on the floor. Cradle the right leg. Wait until your breath is ready. And again, 3 or 4 movements now. You know this movement pretty, quite well. So long breath, slight pause after inhale. The mind rests, the body rests. Exhale. Pause after exhale. Body still, breath still. Continue like that. Beautiful. Okay, now after this one, after you finish it, and you'll enter one more time on the inhale. And um, you can assess whether lengthening that foot down could be halfway or fully. Stay a couple of breaths. And if the breath begins to be difficult, it's an indication we need to slightly lessen the demand in the body. So we're staying integrated, Ujjayi breathing. On an exhale, when it comes, draw in the belly, bend the knees, back in. You could bring the knees to the chest or rest with your feet on the floor. Pause a moment. Okay. Now we'll bring both knees to the chest. Place your hands over your knees. We'll progressively widen the legs, but we'll start with the feet touching each other. Often I'll say to do this with the legs slightly separated, but let's try it a couple times. So bring your knees towards your chest, okay? Now, when you inhale, raise your arms overhead on the floor and both feet to the sky. You could flex the feet probably, keep the feet together. Exhale, come back, bend the knees, knees to chest. Just try that again from your breath. Nice. Now open the legs about halfway, like between your full open and yeah. So arms will do the same thing. Inhale, open into kind of a partial V. Exhale, back to Apanasana. Legs could be together. You could keep them wide in Apanasana as you wish. So extending, but not to your maximum right away. So yes, we're building stretch, but we're also cultivating positive control or strength. And the next couple times, open your legs to a delightful, again, use our sutra. Am I stable? Is there ease? Is there a sense of goodness? Not pushing, not forcing. Practicing with the reality of the moment. Nice, good. And you could go one more time. Maybe you stay a breath with your legs open, maybe not. What is your breath telling you? Whee! Very good. Okay, when that finishes and you come in, settle your feet down And you could rest like that or lengthen your legs down if you prefer. So, some version of Shavasana. Let the body become still and give the prana a chance to nourish and flow to the areas that need the healing energy. Rest a moment. All right. So, slow transition. If your legs are extended, bend your knees, stand the feet. Before we continue now, you may want to, if you're wearing glasses, you could take them off for a moment. Rub your hands together a little bit, palming the eyes so the outside of your little fingers might touch. We don't want to overlap the fingers. So they may, and the heels of the hands and the cheeks. Resting there for a breath or two. Eyes looking kind of down into the darkness. Okay, so take your time. You can release that gesture, and we're going to roll to the right side. Okay. Now, if we want the neck to be comfortable here, so if you can, bend your elbow and rest your head on your hand. That's one, we're not going to be here a long time, so that's one part or one possibility. If that doesn't feel right, you could put a folded blanket under the head so the neck is neutral. Okay, so that's part A. That would be one way. B would be if you lift your head and you place your head in your hand, right? So your elbow will be on the floor, right elbow on the floor. You're going to place your head resting in your hand. The fingers might be back towards the back of the skull. Yeah. Okay, if you've ever been to Bangkok, or leave your head down, right? So now we're going to bring the top leg, the left leg, bring the knee towards your chest. Put your hand on your knee, your left hand on your left knee, and bring it towards your chest. Okay, now as you inhale, keep the shape of your left leg, but open the knee towards the ceiling. Good, and then exhale, closing. So sort of like a clam, if some people call that. Inhaling, opening smoothly, right? Exhaling, closing. Now you can, the next time you inhale, open and extend the leg. You move the foot towards the sky. And the hand could be behind the knee now. Exhale, fold. Again, fold and close. Try that again. Inhaling, unfurling, extending. Am I stable, comfortable? Exhale, folding, closing. Now go one more time. And the hand can slide, if you want to, a little bit more towards the foot, just easy. Stay a couple breaths here. If it feels too stretchy, bend the knees a little bit more. If you're feeling comfortable, you could extend the leg that's on the floor. Stay and breathe here. And eventually an exhale, fold, everything bends, everything closes. If you're propping your head in your hand, rest your head again on your hand. And just rest in a side-lying fetal posture. Good. Okay, and then rest a little bit more on your back. Legs could be bent or straight. Just take a moment where we're in a neutral. So there's an interesting element of balance in this asana if you haven't noticed. So just rest a moment. Beautiful. Okay, so please roll to your other side. And if you're not sure, if you have tend to have neck pain or trouble, maybe resting your head in your hand might not be so great. But this is what we're doing, right? Lying on our side. If you want to look at my image for a moment, I'm on my side, right? Actually, it's like this, right? Because we're a little bent. If that's not comfortable, just rest your head, your hand and your head on the ground. Okay, so get comfortable. The knees are bent, and bring the right hand to the right knee and the right knee towards your chest, which lengthens your lower back. And then inhaling, open the knee. The foot will be free. Keep the knee bent. Exhale, close. So can you focus on your breath and the core of your body, the lower belly, navel area. So inhale, chest expands, opening down the spine into the groins. Yes, exhale, belly travels in, and it's like the exhale is what gathers your limbs back in like an octopus. Now begin to extend, you open, inhale, open, and begin to extend. It doesn't have to be extending your leg all the way, right away. And exhale, bending and closing. Excellent. And you'll go like that again. Foot goes towards the sky. There you go. The hand might be behind the knee now more. And now this next time or the following one, when you open and you find a place for your hand to rest and stay connected on the back of the knee or the calf, or maybe hooking the big toe, if that's easy. And now you stay in, am I stable? Am I comfortable making any adjustments you need? Ujjayi breathing. And the leg can extend down or stay bent, the one on the floor. Mm-hmm. Good. Eventually, exhale, bend, close, settle your beautiful head, close your eyes, rest in this side-lying fetal posture. It's actually a lot of work going on in the outer legs in the pelvis. Yeah. When you're ready, come and lie on your back again. Legs could be bent or extended. Take a moment to feel how refreshed your pelvis may be after Anantasana, the serpent posture. Ananta means eternal or ongoing. What do you feel in your pelvis, in the buttocks, the inner groins, the legs, and the general effect on your whole system? Okay, now if you're if you are comfortable, you can leave your legs bent, but if you're able to safely extend your legs down, on the floor. We're going to bring the palms down on the floor next to your pelvis. I'm just going to do a couple full body simple stretches. So you're going to inhale and raise your arms through the air until they come onto the floor overhead. Good, now stay there and exhale. Feel the hollowing of the belly towards the back. Stay there inhaling, feel the upper back and collarbones expand, middle ribs, lower ribs, then down. And exhale, lower your arms. Okay, and you'll do that in a moment. You'll do that one more time with the arms like that, or you could interlace your fingers and reach overhead. Am I stable? Am I comfortable? Easeful? If the shoulders are not easeful or stable, separate the hands. Attend to your breath. Your breath will keep you honest. Stay a breath or two. Eventually release and come down. And have a moment where your arms and your legs just kind of pool into the ground. Your body becomes like water. And again, take a moment to absorb the effects of that. Excellent. From having the legs extended, bending your knees one at a time, return the soles of your feet to the floor. Rest a moment, feel your lower back, and from your own inner sense, you could rest there a moment longer or bring your knees to your chest for a couple of breaths. And then from there, roll to your side and we'll come to a dynamic seated posture. Just a couple times you can listen and then chant along. We'll do this 3 times, our chant. Sthira sukham asanam. Sthira sukham asanam. Sthira sukham asanam. One more time. Sthira sukham asanam. We're going to go into our final pranayama for our practice today. Same mrigi mudra. Yeah. Now we'll be doing pratiloma ujjayi. You don't need to know what that is. I'll just follow the description. Again, we place the pads of the thumb and the ring finger in that bendable area without any pressure to begin with, okay? So lengthen the neck by, if you lift the back of the head so that the nose slightly dips down. Now, as you inhale ujjayi, okay, inhaling ujjayi, close the right nostril, breathe out the left. Stay there and breathe in through the left nostril. Then release, exhale ujjayi through both nostrils. That's one side. Second side, inhaling through both nostrils, ujjayi. Close the left, breathe out the right with no ujjayi sound. Stay there, breathing in. Release, exhale through both. Eyes are closed. We begin again. Inhale through both nostrils. Exhale through the left. Breathe in through the same side. Release, breathe out through both, ujjayi. Breathe in through both, ujjayi. Close the left, breathe out through the right. Breathe in through the right. Breathe out through both, ujjayi. And continue that now one more time on each side. Take your time. When you finish, rest with your eyes closed, being with that. Take a moment now to think about or call to mind something that may represent stability for you. See what may come to mind, something that represents stability. Maybe it's a mountain. Something that has some stability even as things are changing. Now feel your sitting bones and feel within all the changes of your body, breath, and mind, there's an inherent stability of the body and something deeper, including but not limited to your body. Enter the center chamber of the heart for a moment and just rest there as the body breathes naturally. And then, when ready, in a moment you'll open the eyes and leave the eyes steady rather than looking around. Let the eyes just rest. Perhaps you imagine the butterfly has landed and is quietly sunning its wings. And you just let your eyes rest. And we use this sutra as a guide, not as a judgment of success or failure. May I be easeful and stable within all the changes within and around me. Namaste. Thank you, friends. Be well. Keep practicing. Keep the cards and letters coming. Always nice to hear from you if you're inclined.